Alright, so before we begin, just to throw an announcement out there, once we hit 10,000 subscribers, Smack's gonna start a new series called Saturdays with Smack. It'll be all about Smack and you guys, so make sure to subscribe and more information on that will be up soon, so stay tuned. Tenn sisters, Sophie and Minerva, aka Violet's best friends, and one of them being close to Vi. Who are they? What happened to them? Today we're gonna talk about this stuff since so many of you guys requested for this one, so strap in because you're coming along for Sophie and Minnie discussion, using all information from episode 1 and our theories. Hey guys, I'm Chantel from SmackNPie, and you're watching The Guy Gaming Show. Alright, first of all, who are Sophie and Minerva? What's their role in Walking Dead final season? To start off, let's go toward the first night in school. After clearing Zampies, everyone was preparing for dinner when AJ kicked Marlon because little guy here doesn't like people sneaking up behind him, which leads player to talk to all kids in school and help AJ make friends. Others are all good, except for Tenn and Violet. Player finds out that both Violet and Tenn are paying respects to someone. On asking, Violet tells Clem that these are the belongings of Tenn's sisters. Tenn is short for Tennessee, the kid who helped you with medical stuff when you got into that car accident. Also, one of the details Telltale keeps showing for Tenn is his face. His face is burnt from the right side, and we're going to talk about that in some other video, but just know this injury of his is crucial to the storyline. Now, we know that Tenn's sisters are supposedly dead because Violet tells Clem that their names were Sophie and Minerva, or Minnie for short, and that they died around a year ago. He's still with us? Good. Later, when you go back to your dorm room, Violet comes in, and basically, she opens up her story with Sophie and Minnie. The room that you're staying in belongs to Sophie and Minnie. They had paintings and pictures on the wall. Even their photos are still in your dorm room's drawer. Violet hit some key points, like Minnie was a talented musical person, unlike Lewis, she says. Anyway, one more thing to add here is that Violet and Minerva were close, and Sophie was a good friend of hers. This V+M sign makes it even stronger. Now, what begs the question is that, look at this picture of Sophie and Minnie, look at Violet, and then look at Tenn. There's not much biological connection going on, you know? Which, again, we're gonna save it for later episodes, so keep that in mind. Now, to go into even more details, when you go fishing with Violet and Brody, you get a much bigger picture because then you get the story from both sides, Violet and Brody. Brody tells Clem that it was her, meaning Brody's fault, what happened to Sophie and Minnie, and that was they went scavenging for food but didn't make it back. Keep that information in mind. Later, Violet tells Clem that she didn't blame Brody for what happened to Sophie and Minnie, but at the same time, it was too hard for her to even talk about it. Strong writing here, and I like it. Good job, Telltale. Which brings us to the same night when Clem, Violet, and Lewis seriously, they should all be in the same family. Like, forget school and shipping wars, make this a family. When they cross safe zone for food, to go back to the same place where AJ and Clem's car crashed, you get an introduction to a new character. First time in the story where you get an actual villain sort of character, Abel. And later when you get back, Brody gets mad at Clem for going outside the safe zone, especially after listening about the Abel guy. Then we started to get a weird side. Later, we found out that Marlon and Brody know something related to that Abel guy, and that they've got history with him. He's part of some group, and then Telltale throws this bomb that Sophie and Minnie didn't die because of walkers or scavenging. In fact, they aren't even confirmed dead. They were traded to raiders for the school's safety. Now, here's something no one is talking about. Brody mentions that they were traded because Marlon was ashamed of something. He did something that led to this trading. What could it be? Well, we'll talk about it soon, but you can start a discussion in the comments. Alright, to which Clem responds that, I thought they were killed by walkers, to which Brody responds, that's the story we told everyone. And also, that raiders are about to attack again, and this time Marlon planned to trade Clem and AJ. That's why he saved us in the first place. Well, for the most part. Now we know who Sophie and Minnie are. The question is, are they alive or dead? Nothing is confirmed yet. However, there is a solid possibility that they aren't dead. This is Telltale we're talking about. It's not like they're gonna throw this type of awkward scene in the game. Remember season 3? Yeah, anyway, Sophie and Minnie both have huge roles to play. That is, if they're alive. However, Minerva got more impact to all of this. From leaks, we know that Violet and Clem, depending on the choice, might start to get closer. That's why Lewis is in the safe zone. So if y'all want to avoid it, go for Lewis. Which leads us to the question, why did they trade Sophie and Minnie? Why are these raiders trading those two sisters in the first place? What do they want from this school? And specifically with girls? Now, since this video is not about raiders, we're only going to talk about Sophie and Minnie. Now, there's a solid possibility that either of the sisters might be alive or both, especially considering these kids got some moves to survive and that they've been surviving for over a year or more. So it'd be no surprise if both sisters or either are alive. They must have been used for some messed up stuff. But then again, there's also a possibility that those girls might find a way to escape. Sophie and Minerva, along with Tenn, this whole situation is sketchy. As mentioned before, biologically, these three can't be brother and sisters, except for Sophie and Minnie. Marlon and Brody both knew all this stuff way more. If there's anyone we could talk to and learn about, it would have been Brody. But with her death, where would Clem and Violet go? Well, Violet, because Clem's got nothing to do with their sisters. But still, regardless, we're predicting here that one of the sisters or both are still alive, or at least they were alive for a while, and that when raiders will attack the school, they will indeed talk about Sophie and Minnie. I don't know how Violet can imagine to be with Clem, and at the same time thinking Minnie is still alive. Just saying. But that's it for today's video. We know it wasn't that deep with information and stuff, but forget that. Saturdays with Smack is something you need to keep an eye on. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's get this channel to 10K. Thank you so much for making us dominate on Walking Dead Final Season Episode 2. Literally, search that term on YouTube and our content is all there. All thanks to you. We want our Walking Dead videos to rank higher in the results and get suggested to other people by YouTube. And all you need to do is hit that like button and tell us in the comments, do you think Sophie and Minnie are alive? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Other than that, I'm Chantel. Until next time, peace.